What's cracking, guys? And you may be saying, wow, Noble, you look dead and absolutely tired. That may or may not be because it's 4:31 a.m. at night, or quite possibly the fact that I had to watch High Guardian Spice. And more than just the first episode. Now, if you guys are unfamiliar with High Guardian Spice, it is a Crunchyroll original anime. And I'm using that term very, very loosely here, because I don't think it's anything about an anime. It's got the typical Steven Universe bean face going on over here. You can't tell me that's anime. Now, anime inspired, I will absolutely give you. But anyway, you may also know that there is a lot of controversy surrounding this whole High Guardian Spice thing. I even made a video, maybe even multiple, like talking about the issues going around it. And well, Crunchyroll finally released it to the public, and I was like, you know what, I'm bored. I was bored and I just wanted to watch it, and so now I'm making a video on it. Now, I didn't go into this anime expecting it to be any sort of masterpiece. In fact, I came into it thinking that it was going to be at least maybe bad, but bad in maybe a funny way. And no, it's just really bad. And you may be saying, Noble, is it bad because of the diversity? Or, you know, the lesbians and whatever have you? No. That is nowhere near the main issue of what this show is and why it is absolutely atrociously awful. I'm going to be very objective and pointing out as to everything that's wrong with at least the first episode here. So let's crack right into it. So before we even get into it, there is a warning right at the start saying this isn't suitable for children. But from what I'm seeing, the show looks like it's absolutely made for children. But hey, Hunter x Hunter looks pretty kiddie at first, but the more you get into that, you know that stuff gets super dark. So as you can see here, the animation, it's pretty freaking choppy. And in the first episode, usually that's where most of the budget goes because it's the first episode which hooks you into the entire show. So typically they put a lot of the budget. And if what I'm getting is this choppy animation, waiting for a wild ride. Do you see these side characters? Look how bland they look. The main character looks very blinged out with all this color and stuff, but their families look so broke. They're just wearing all the same stuff. Do they not have anything better? Looks like even the show's characters didn't get any budget with this animation.
Your mom would be so proud of you.
Would be. Mom is proud of you.
Ah, the whole dead mom trope checked off. This here is definitely a main character if the pink hair wasn't a big tip-off.
All aboard is going to Lingard.
This music is so loud that I cannot even hear what the guy is saying. And this happens so much in this anime. The audio levels are all over the place. Why do they insist on making my ears bleed just so I can hear what they're saying? I'm gonna be real with you. I rewound this scene multiple times trying to figure out whatever the stagecoach guy was saying. I have no idea.
Sage, don't forget Chompy.
The animation again is so freaking choppy and bad here. Are you looking at this main character's eyes? Look how soulless they are. It's peering into my soul and trying to steal it. Which is also weird because just look at how much better this scene is right here. It got so much more smoothed out.
And hello to the rest of our lives.
Oh, my ears! Why do they insist on making this so loud and competing with the dialogue?
All of the dreams will soon come true.
Okay, yo, this has to be the most typical kids' children's show intro that I ever did see. It's even got like the Maho Shoujo transformation going on inside of it. I'm like, you sure this is made for mature audiences? What's mature about it? So here they get out of a carriage to go into a more fancy carriage, a double-decker carriage, wow. And look, they even have this fancy little deer moose kind of weird horse creature in the front. They're combining two creatures again, just like Avatar did. I guess they want to try and steal off the popularity of what they did with their animals. I don't know. But what's really weird to me is why couldn't they just use this carriage to begin with to come pick them up? Come on, man. Why two carriages?
Huh. No seats for you girls?
We don't need seats. We're future guardians.
Yo, how do you buy a ticket that doesn't ensure that you have a seat? That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. That's like buying tickets to Disneyland, but you can't get inside the park. Like, what is the point?
We're guardians in training. We're gonna sit on each other's laps at the same time.
They're going to sit on their laps at the same time because they're guardians? This has to be the stupidest line I've ever heard. You know, I get that they're kids, but this is just a poor written attempt at humor and bad dialogue.
Listen, I don't care. Chum Chum, help these future guardians to their seats.
So apparently this Chum Chum guy seems to be some sort of slave of some kind. Well, it might not be a slave, but he's definitely a worker that has very little intelligence and just follows directions, which pretty much just sounds like legalized slavery in capitalist America, as long as he's getting paid, and I hope he is. See, right here, you can briefly see the cart being warped around in Photoshop, and it just looks weird. So they get off the second stagecoach here to ride on a ski lift, which also seems to be powered by two orc slaves. Man, for a show that specializes in magic, there sure is a lack of it with a lot more slavery. I don't know what's going on here. Here they're looking down through their telescope at their old town Pebble, but even though that they're going up, the image is static. That is just immersion breaking. I'm sorry, I'm being a little picky here, but I couldn't help but notice that, and that annoys me.
And we just didn't know.
Ah, confirmed lesbian hand holding. There you goes. There you guys have it. Inclusion. Congratulations. Unless, you know, you just hold your homie's hand like that, which is inclusion for me.
Hurry, we can be first on the train.
Okay, at this point, I'm pretty sure they're slaves, considering that there is no visible way for them to get down from their posts after cranking that all the way up that mountain. They're just kind of stuck up there. This is kind of sus.
Hurry, we can be first on the train.
Okay, so we went from a coach to a bigger coach to a ski lift, and now we're going to a train. And it's just a normal train. It's not even a magical train at this point. This is a show about magic. What a freaking waste. So this orc almost plummeted to his death by falling through the floor. And instead of screaming for help and anyone coming to rescue him, he instead just apologizes for breaking the bridge. Now, I'm no expert here, but that just means that this guy is broken, you know? If he's not screaming for help right now, it's confirmed that this is slavery at this point. It's 100%.
I'm thinking we should cut the line. Yes.
They literally pull out a magic broom at this particular moment. And they only use it to cut the line just now instead of flying to the city where they need to go directly. And it would also save on all their fees too, so they wouldn't have to pay for anything. They even have a flying frickin' luggage chest, for Christ's sake. They didn't need to do any of this. So instead of going to all the human cabins where people are staying, they go directly to the storage compartment once again. This is just me saying, why didn't they just fly there? If they're this poor, would have saved a lot more money. By the way, that is definitely a Final Fantasy Black Mage reference there. I'm pretty sure that's a Final Fantasy Black Mage. Not a kid's show. When I had to look at this dumb frog go doing this stupid hair-eating gag. Come on, man. Like, what is this?
You girls want any food?
Is sleep a food?
Oh, hey, something kind of neat. The first taste in magic. You know, it's just a typical magical door, but hey, it's at least something. I got robbed of them riding a broom to the frickin' city, but at least this is something. Oh, by the way, in case you were wondering, yeah, the cousin is also a lesbian. That's just another one on the count list, and trust me, the count doesn't just stop there. It keeps growing. You know, this dream sequence here is so stupid. It's a dark cloud appearing out of nowhere to suck away the mom. It's like something out of like a cheesy Disney movie.
Mom!
Yo, why did her mom just throw her sword at her daughter, which she was using to cut wind? Haha, fart joke. Haha, yeah! Still, I'm pretty sure she needed that considering, you know, the threat isn't over yet. So she was so happy to get the sword, but now she just leaves it there after being unable to suddenly pick it up and runs to her mom, who's just happily standing still while getting tentacled. Look, I know they're trying to make this an anime, but they're going for that different kind of off-brand anime with this direction. And now her mom is the sword? Didn't she just leave that behind? Like right behind her? Like, this doesn't really make any sense. Is there two swords now? What? What? Oh, and I guess now she can easily pick up the sword that she couldn't before. She's also holding it on the sharp edge there. I'm surprised she isn't cutting her hand off. Thankfully, this is just a dream, I guess.
The dream again?
Ah yes, sleeping butt to butt. That way they can share their thoughts.
Wah!
Wah! So random and quirky. Wah!
Wah! Wah!
Wah!
We're in Lingarth! What's that?
Wait, hold on. Did they just magic in that room? Yet there is a window that clearly leads to looking outside? Why didn't they just take them to the room where this window actually exists in the first? Why is there like a magic door that leads that? That just don't make sense. Or if the room was always there to begin with, why don't they just have a normal door? Why do they have to magic in a door? Oh, by the way, this painting right here, in case you didn't know that the cousin and the elf were gay, yeah, they gay. Here we see the main character eating a stack of cookies in an endless loop, but the cookies don't seem to diminish. I can't help but look at that.
Strawberries. Wow.
Oh my god, do you see? All of this looks photoshopped. It looks so out of place. It's like a stock image.
We could have helped.
Nobody touches my kitchen.
Told you.
All right, if all you could see was just the Photoshop bread, now all I can see is also the Photoshop sugar cake thing. Oh my god, I can't.
Thanks again. We'll be back by dusk.
Don't get killed. Your cousins are the best.
I know.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Her cousins are the best? Does this mean that two cousins just married each other? Okay, incest confirmed.
Oh, my word! What is that? Maybe it's got rabies. Come on, Sage.
Maybe it's got rabies and just chases after it. This child wants to die and you can't tell me otherwise.
Don't get killed.
Maybe it's got rabies. Come on.
How do you not notice something yanking at your neck hard enough to break your necklace off? Does she have like a neck of steel or something? What?
Rose, why did you bring your mom's sword? You never know, Sage. Danger is like a flock of birds. It swoops all into your business when you least expect it.
Danger is like a flock of birds. It swoops into your business when you least expect it. That has to be the dumbest and weirdest analogy I think I've ever heard. And then she just proceeds to start dangerously swinging her sword in a crowded marketplace. This girl is a psychopath and you can't tell me otherwise.
My locket! Dad told me to wear it today. It's meant to protect me. The picture inside it is irreplaceable. My dad's prize-winning boysenberry cheesecake.
She keeps a picture of cheesecake in her locket? And that's what she's worried about? Really? Just some random giantess feet here. Really hope nobody has a giantess foot fetish here. I hope that's not the reason why it's here.
Huh. We'll head back as soon as I get that locket.
Did she just slash at imaginary lush foliage like a machete? Okay, I'm not sure why she did that. Yeah, confirmed. It really is just a picture of cheesecake.
What is it doing?
The poor animators just had to animate that scene for a long time. I feel so bad for them. What terrible filler for a first episode. You know, she could easily just charge in and grab her locket at this point. It's literally right there, but you know, that's just me. Okay, so after making some of the weirdest noises, it evolves into a flying type Pokemon because it wants to get it on. What is this show even about at this point here? What is this show even about? Ah, yes, the wild calls of the horny creatures. Great. And here at this point, the creatures decide they want to fluff while holding a locket. This is just one of the weirdest scenes ever.
Sorry.
Whoa, okay. So it was a family cheesecake photo with her dead mom. You know what? I feel bad. I'll add a few more points to the score total here of this anime. I'm sorry. You know what? Maybe you got something going for you here.
Why didn't you tell me? It's just a cheap necklace.
Yo, wait a minute. That means that locket had no special value at all, and the only thing that did have value, which is the picture, and it's perfectly fine and intact at this point. I'm subtracting those points again. All right, no, I'm sorry. There is no reason for her to be sad. Her blue-haired friend literally just almost fixes it in this next scene. You gotta be kidding me. This main character is so dumb.
Hello? There's gotta be some sort of... What was that?
What was what?
Lying to short people. Now that's just toxic out here, okay? Short people need love.
What happened? Did you get run over by omnibuses?
For an experienced blacksmith to say that this thing got hit by a bus after it merely just got torn apart by its tiny little hinge is stupid. She is clearly not adept at her job.
Of course, when your family's as populated as mine.
Yo, this child literally wanted to run into a fire. I would too if I was in this show. You know, if you don't want kids to play with sharp objects, you probably shouldn't keep them around a blacksmith.
Have you finished sweeping the stables?
No.
Then get back to it. And tell Dad I'll be done when I'm done.
Dad,
Child labor with sweeping the stables. Yay! Yeah, this show definitely has some crimes against humanity in here. Maybe that's why it has the mature content warning.
I can fix this. I could bring it to you tomorrow at school.
Yeah, that's so nice of you.
Parsley, nice to meet you.
Sage. Rosemary.
So this whole scene was just a setup to meet this blacksmith girl when they could have used the 5+ minutes to just interact with this blacksmith girl and show more of her story to get us to care more about her. But no, they just wasted it on the squirrel.
We didn't just smash the Trixie, even though I was ready to. Sage got me to be patient, like she always usually does.
Yeah, I do that a lot. Who knew their courtship cycles would coincide with our arrival?
Are they doing a children's moral wrap-up at the end of the show? Are you sure this is for mature audiences? And I guess they just sleep together now.
Good night.
Let's just not use the other bed. Okay. the show would end and we would all be happy if that happened, just saying. And that's it. That's the end of the first episode. Nothing else here. What can I say? What a freaking waste of a first episode. Nothing happened. Literally nothing happened. What a terrible first episode hook. We don't know what the conflict is. We don't really know much about the main characters. We don't even know much about the side characters, but we do know about damn squirrels, homie. You know, all this time could have just been spent inside of the school to get us like hooked into like a main conflict. But there was literally no real conflict that entire episode besides chasing a squirrel who stole your cheesecake locket. And it was immediately solved. And I'm not really gonna go over the other episodes here because that would make this video way too long. But I will say the funniest thing in the final episode is that they did reveal that the mom was alive and with the bad guys the entire time, and thus ending with a cliffhanger for season 2. The funniest thing, they think they're gonna get a season 2. Oh, that's great. Oh. But if there is one thing that I could say that I enjoyed about this show, it's the comment section. So if you scroll down, you can see the beautiful comment deleted. And you can go and view the replies and you'll see a huge list of comments deleted. And you can only imagine what beautiful comments were left. So anyway, if this video somehow gets super popular and you guys, I don't know, crank out 20K likes, maybe I'll go in depth about the other episodes. Maybe. I'll torture myself. But for now, that's more than enough. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you beautiful sons of guns again next time.
You crazy mother...